Hi there and welcome back to my channel. I'm Beck, 47, solo living in Australia, and I have a rotator cuff repair coming up tomorrow, or as the surgeon called it, let me have a look, subacromial decompression and rotator cuff repair. Doesn't sound like much fun. I've done some research on YouTube, which is probably the worst thing to do, but anyway, I was curious what I might be experiencing after the operation, and I don't think it's going to be fun. It sounds like it's going to be a bit of a rough ride. I will let you know. I will make a video about how my first few days after op will go. But yeah, tomorrow morning I go in for the operation, and I just wanted to make this video about how I prepared for it, because there's so many things I really didn't think about until I researched more into it or actually watched some of these YouTube videos. One thing, how do you dry yourself one-handed, and especially with your left hand if you are right-handed? So I will have to work that out. Someone mentioned a bathrobe or one of those surfing towels that you can throw over your head. I might have to get one of those ones. I haven't gotten down that path yet, but there was a lot of other things that I could prepare for. So yes, first thing I did today was going to the shops and buy some items that I thought might be quite helpful. So first off, I got myself an ice pack like this, and it's just one for the freezer. It's got little pearls in it and it's quite large, so it should technically go over my whole shoulder. There are the shoulder specific ones you can purchase, or even a lot of people, apparently, especially in America, seem to have an ice machine that they attach, and then cool water is pumped through it constantly. They do cost quite a bit of money here. So I haven't gone down that path yet. I haven't been advised to buy one from the surgeon. And so yes, I'm hoping that the good old ice pack will do the trick after surgery. If not, I will have to spend the money and probably buy a more shoulder fitted one, or maybe the hospital will even give me something, who knows. Nice, because apparently I'm going to be in quite a bit of pain and there'll be quite a bit of swelling. So to cool it down will hopefully help with pain management a lot. The second thing I bought was batteries, because there are quite a few gadgets in the house that require batteries. One of the funniest thing is the bubble machine for my dog. He loves to catch bubbles and thinks it's the best thing ever. But yes, I'll be one-handed and I won't be able to open the wands, etc. So I bought this one. It's like a bubble machine that has batteries and I can easily use with one hand, and that should help, while my other arm will be tied to my front and not being moved in a sling. The other thing I got was electrolytes. This way, electrolytes. They are great when you're feeling a bit off. Apparently I will get quite a lot of pain medication and quite strong painkillers, and so I might not feel like eating a lot, and I find using electrolytes always helps with your recovery and just feeling a little bit better. A very important point really is having a support person. So say if you have a significant other, that obviously would be ideal because you live with someone and they are there to help you. But if you don't, if you live like me by yourself, find a support person who can help you. I'm lucky my mum's coming over to help me out, but if that wouldn't be the case, maybe there is our friends, neighbors, someone close by that can help you, especially in the first few days after surgery. It sounds like we all will need help and it'll be quite sore and you won't be able to do much. So I have mum here. She's quite excited to cook stuff and she'll be there to help me for my first shower and with all the other things around. So yeah, support. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Another thing I thought about was a back scratcher, the good old back scratcher. This one is great because it extends like this. And yes, hopefully that will do the trick, because I do have one spot on my back that always itches and it'll be very tricky to get to it one-handed. And then I actually got a bigger purchase. I bought this new NutriBullet portable blender. It's great. I haven't used it yet, but hopefully it'll do the trick. It is USB rechargeable and still holds around 590 milliliters of liquid. I do like a protein shake in the mornings, and if I can, I had fresh berries, some oats, some fiber, some nuts, etc. So this should help again with feeling not quite right, maybe not very hungry, but I still want to get a lot of good nutrients into my body for it to heal properly. And so I thought getting this blender, and it's small and it's easy to handle, should hopefully do the trick. I did have the original NutriBullet, but it started smoking a couple of weeks ago, so I thought it was time to let go of that one. So I will test this one and let you know how it goes, to get me hopefully through the first few days after hospital, and then even throughout the 3 to 6 weeks, however long it will take. It should be easy enough one-handed to make a shake, press the button, and get nutrients into my body without having to cook lots and lots of food. Another more random thing I bought is the good old water bottle. I actually haven't unpacked it yet, but here it is the good old water bottle. I do get cold easily, and it also gives me some comfort. So I bought a new one because my old one, I don't know, it leaked a few times, and I'm not sure if that was because I had the wrong lid on it or didn't tighten it properly. But after nearly being scalded by water 3 times, I decided it was time to go. Okay, so I took you into the bathroom now, and I bought a few things because my arm will be strapped to my body sort of like this, and so I only have my left hand to do anything in the bathrooms and clean, let's say, shower and brush my teeth, etc. So I had to think about how will I do that once my little helper, who's going to be my mum, and she's going to move in for 3 weeks, which is amazing, to help me out. But after that, she'll be going back home. So I have to be able to wash myself one-handed. So what I've done, I actually bought bottles with that pump. So hopefully I can easily do that with one hand. So I got a shower gel, I got a body moisturizer, I also got some spray deodorant, because obviously you won't be able to lift your arm, but maybe once the wounds have healed enough, I can spray a bit of deodorant under that. And oh, the last thing I did remember was floss. Usually I use this kind of floss, so you need 2 hands to do it. Because I can't do that, I bought myself these little spiky things. So they're little brushes, and they go between my teeth, and that should hopefully do nearly the job. I've tried it. It's very hard with my left hand, but I imagine I will get better at it if I have weeks and weeks to practice. Practice makes perfect, right? Oh, and the last tip for the bathroom domain is for women only, but just try to think about the 1 time per month when you have your period. How is that going to work with your left hand and one-handed? So I did get myself quite a few liners and some of those funky period knickers. That should do the trick. It's only going to be once, or worst case scenario, twice in that time that I have to deal with that. So in the bedroom, it's hard to see, but I have a bed with lots and lots of pillows. So I actually purchased a few extra pillows because it does say my arm needs to be elevated a little bit or being kept in position. And it's probably really hard to sleep after shoulder surgery. So I've got the extra pillows, but I can also lift my slats up. So I can lift my whole headpiece of my bed up. And so that should hopefully help. It's a bit like a hospital bed. You can put the slats up, and then with the pillows, I'll be sitting nearly upright in my bed. So I'm hoping that that will be comfortable enough. The surgery did suggest to rent a recliner or purchase a recliner. So if you have the space and room for that, I would think that would be a good choice. I'm going to try and see how it goes with the bed. And I also have an armchair in the living room that might do the trick. And if I see that it doesn't work and that it's too painful and I can't get comfortable, I've got all the details of the rental company, and they can get a recliner out to me in a day. So that's my backup, but hopefully, again, fingers crossed, my current setup will just do the trick. Oh, and the little brown pillow, hold on. Let's have a look. Maybe I can show you. This pillow is a V-shaped kind of pillow. So that's I would guess a breastfeeding pillow, whatever you want to call it. And then I got that one, and it actually lies nicely around my body. So it's going to be good for after surgery, because my arm will be able to rest on it really nicely and it shouldn't move too much. And then the last few things I've organized was some really oversized t-shirts and jumpers. For the first few days, I'll have big padding on my shoulder, and obviously for quite a while I won't be able to get into tight clothing. So I've asked my dad to send over some of his t-shirts, which will be great for just hanging around the house, because let's face it, I'm not going to go far. And also some jumpers in case it gets a bit cold. Oh, and this one is for the ladies again. Have a think about what you're going to do with your hair, not just the hair on your head, also the hair around your body. We often shave like the men do really, but obviously one-handed with the left hand, that's not an option. Plus, I won't be able to lift the arm. So I went and had my underarms waxed, my legs waxed, etc., because then I don't have to worry about it for quite a while. And even if they get a bit stubbly after 5-6 weeks, who really cares? But at least most of the maintenance is done. I also had my hair cut a bit shorter than normal. That way I don't have to worry about drying that for long times or putting it in ponytails, etc. It's short, it just needs a rub with a towel and it's done. So see what will work for you. If you've got animals like I do, have a think about what you need in order to look after them after surgery. As I said, my mum's coming over to help me out, so my dog can be walked by her for the first few weeks. So if you've got other animals, cats, dogs, birds, rabbits, you name it, make sure you've got a plan on who can look after them. And then have a think about everything that you might need for the next 4 to 6 weeks, really, and that you can store. I was told I won't be able to drive for about 6 weeks. So I went out today and I got cat food, I got dog food, I got extra protein powder, I got some long life milk. I made sure that I've got some meals in the freezer in case mom doesn't feel like cooking every day. Yes, just things like that. Shampoos, conditioners. Have a look around the house and think about what do you need at a regular basis and how you're going to get it if you can't drive. So yes, I think that's basically everything I've done so far. I guess I'll find out by tomorrow or the day after what I've forgotten, and I will let you know in the next video, which I'll make post-op. And yes, I'll let you know how things are going, how my preparation has served me, and how I'm feeling after a rotator cuff repair.